Have a listen to this. Yeah, many consider Jean-Michel Jarre to be a pioneer of modern electronic music. Now, he's leading a campaign to empower artists in their battle to win higher royalties from the streaming giants like YouTube. And we are very privileged to have Jean-Michel Jarre, who joins us from the European Parliament, where he's having those talks with EU officials. Jean-Michel Jarre, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Listen, well, let me have a look at your track record. Over 80 million albums, a 40-year career. But I want to ask you this. If you were starting out today as a musician, with the change in the industry now, would it still be possible to achieve what you have achieved?
On a pure financial point of view, I think that I would prefer to become an architect.
Oh, okay.
Because actually what's going on... because what's happening today is something absolutely ridiculous. I mean, every family in the UK, in France, in Europe can understand that you have a kid dreaming becoming a photographer, a songwriter, a musician, and he will not be able, or she will not be able to fulfill his or her dream just because he will not or she will not be able to get a decent living or just a simple living,
okay,
or minimum wage. You have to understand that a minimum wage...
Let me ask you this, though, because the tech companies, these big platforms, they say that they're providing opportunities for the music industry. They're helping it to flourish. They're killing off privacy and collectively paying billions of dollars to the... That's what they're saying. They're paying collectively billions of dollars to the artists. You say no.
Of course not. I mean, we should not forget that in a smartphone, the smart part is us, you know, and the creative content, creates the value of these companies. I mean, are not gaining back at all to the authors. I mean, you have to understand that all the creative industries today, I mean, are very powerful, more powerful than even the car industry or the fashion industry. You could say, wow, if it's creating so million jobs everywhere, if it's such a big business, why whining, why complaining? We are not complaining, but the authors are at the nucleus of these industries, and they are in danger of extinction. We may not have the next Picasso or the next Coldplay, because if you don't understand, if everybody doesn't understand that to get just a minimum wage, a monthly wage, you need 10 million clicks on YouTube.
Right,
it means that, you know, nobody can have that on a monthly rate.
Jean-Michel, in 40 seconds, what do you want? Is it legislation? How do you get them to pay more?
I think we're not asking to be paid more. We're just asking something very simple to the European Parliament, is actually to define a legal framework from which we can sit around the table with the big platforms and starting to a conversation to have to divide and to share the digital pie. Okay. Because we are part of the business. We are virtual shareholders of these companies, actually.
Jean-Michel Jarre from Brussels, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck with it.